Do you have some hip dysphoria? Trust me, you are not alone. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Kade, and as you can see by the name of the video, today I'm going to be talking about my personal experience with hip dysphoria. Lately, I have been dealing with it quite a lot. Make sure to stay till the end of the video for some pretty big news. So I hear a lot from other transmasculine individuals that when it comes to hip dysphoria, it can just be extremely triggering. So here's the thing. I've actually talked to quite a few people that are outside of the transmasculine community that also deal a lot with discomfort around their hips. Men with wide hips, women with wide hips, all the non-binary folk with wide hips. I want to clarify, wide hips, it is all a perception. Because with hips, for the most part, you can't really do much to change. There is a certain amount of body fat that really goes around your hips, but you cannot change bone structure. So before I started testosterone / hormone replacement therapy, I had pretty large set of hips. After I started to take hormones, my fat started to redistribute. And especially with the fact that I was constantly in a caloric deficit, and in addition to that, being very consistent at the gym. If you're only gonna go to the gym once a month, it's really hard to outweigh the rest of the time of whatever else that you're doing the rest of the month. So remember, consistency is important. For the most part, after I started hormones, I was really focused on my chest dysphoria because my chest was so large. It felt like that was what really gave away my transness. It felt mostly unsafe a lot of the time in that sense. And so that's why until top surgery, that was mostly like what I was focused on. And there were a few months actually after top surgery that I didn't have any upper half dysphoria. Like I just was so proud. I wore a lot of tight tank tops. I was just so excited. But as time went on, my hips started to bother me more and more. I can actually remember a specific moment that my hip dysphoria really started to hit me hard. I was on a date with this guy, and long story short, he said some really not cool things, and it stuck with me. I really wish it hasn't, but it still, at times, his comments stuck with me. If you want to check that out, that'll just be above. So let's flash forward a few months after that, and I am being consistent at the gym. I'm doing basically everything that my trainers are telling me to do. When I started working out, I had this unrealistic goal of being that beautiful upside down triangle look. After losing some weight, I realized that that is just not a realistic thing for my body type or bone structure. Like at this point, I'm starting to see the outlines of like some light abs, but because of my hip fat and how I still have some estrogen in my body, it still tends to go there pretty easily when I do start to gain weight. So what I recommend is if you're trying to get more of a masculinized figure, focus on working out your shoulders and back, because those will get you those gains and give you more of that V taper. And here's the thing, even with doing all those workouts, everyone still has their own body type and body shape. What I've been told quite often is after working out for quite a while and getting a broader upper half, that my shape would look more like a rectangular type thing. But with being consistent at the gym and working really hard, it's kind of a weird thing for me. I have started to be able to get quite a large upper body, like that. But there's a little bit that goes out and then so it's like I'm the shape of an hourglass, but instead of that traditional hourglass, feminine hourglass that some people might present. I'm just a lot more upper body strength and then that dang stubborn hip fat. You know, at times it can be really hard. There is a lot of the time while I'm at the gym, I actually get hit with a wave of dysphoria. If I focus on my mind and muscle connection, specifically think about my next step, my next rep, and pushing hard, I tend to be able to get through it. As soon as I jump into a warm shower, it all just washes over me. After I'm done recording, I want to take like a nice hot bath. That sounds amazing. And when I'm not working out, I am doing my best to focus on other parts of my body when I start to get more hip dysphoria. I even posted a video with quite a few tips on how to help hip dysphoria without going to the gym. Feel free to check that out above. But one thing that I didn't say in that video that I want to say now is I am grateful for my hips. I at least try to be grateful. Some people's hips do not even work. So even if I feel a lot of discomfort and disconnect to my hips at times, they are my hips. You know, they work. And I hope that you're grateful for your hips too. You know, there are quite a few traditionally hot men in celebrity status that have wide hips, even with being super lean. Just because your bone structure is structured in a specific way does not mean it matches with your gender identity. Now, who is ready for the big news? So I've realized that there has been quite a divide in my channel with the type of people that are coming through. And I want to make sure that everyone's viewing experience is as good as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually divide my channel into two separate channels. So Kade Cooks, the one that you are watching right now, will be my main channel. I will be talking about LGBT related topics, and I will talk to LGBT entrepreneurs and business owners and look at different products designed for our community. And I have had a lot of different interesting personal experiences, and I have some pretty good advice on some things, so I would definitely love to share that more with everyone else. So that is going to be like the premise of this channel, with some slight behind the scenes with my life and some cooking things that are just sprinkled in there, because if you are interested in cooking, recipes that are macro friendly and just delicious in general, and kitchen tips, maybe a little bit of nutrition, go ahead and check out Kade Cooks Food. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and comment below ways that you help to deal with your hip dysphoria. And don't you forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and as always, you are beautiful. Thanks for watching. Peace.